Our previous trips to Malvern Manor have yielded some interesting results. Those experiences and evidence have brought us back. Although the first night was sort of a revelation with Dawn, this trip would become a reminder of why investigators need to be more cautious. The day started with some audio and video review. In our review, we were able to find 2 clips of interest.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, there wasn't much. Thank you, sir. Yeah, there wasn't much.
Here's your stomach?
No. It was a girl's voice.
Here's your stomach?
No. It was a girl's voice.
We had a general discussion about the previous night's events. As the day wore on, it seemed that Dawn was still showing signs that someone or something was still affecting her.
I guess John was kind of trying to provoke, and it pissed me off. I got really pissed at John, the way he was talking to the guy that stayed up there. I felt like John didn't really understand his feelings, and I kind of felt like I felt what that guy felt. Kind of like I not was that guy, but I could understand him and the things he did.
In the afternoon, she chose to take a nap in room 18, the room in which the previous night we realized her sensitivity.
Dawn had decided to go take a nap in room 18 where she felt compelled to go to. So I decided to go up and check on her to make sure she was all right. I came to the door and I looked in and she was sound asleep. So I took my cell phone out and decided I took 2 photographs of it.
In the photo, you can see how Dawn was sleeping, far from a natural resting state. Our concerns began to grow. After she woke up, Dawn displayed a deep connection to that room, as she kept going there and didn't want to leave.
When we were done with the conversation with Angel on the phone, it was time for us to go back downstairs. Well, Dawn kept saying that this was her home, this was her room, and she did not want to leave. And it got to the point where I was more scared for her, being she was a team member, and I didn't want anything to happen to her, being she has children at home. So I had to physically remove her from the room and get her downstairs. And through the night, she kept trying to sneak up there to that room. So we had to watch her the rest of the night.
Alright, so we're here in the nurse's station to try a little experiment. Instead of doing a sensory deprivation where you eliminate one sense to try to heighten the other, we're doing a sensory overload.
Although he volunteered to be our guinea pig, Josh had no idea of what we had planned. We also broadcast this on Facebook Live.
Alright, there's Josh. Step forward, Josh, so people can see you.
What are we doing?
Okay, Josh. First off, I want you to tell people about the nurses' station. What do people experience in the nurses' station?
So, for the most part, back here, people will experience what we consider the Shadow Man, is what a lot of people call him. Very, very interesting. Where's our... Anyway. A lot of stuff happens back here, especially with the Shadow Man. You hear... a lot of people are hearing like disembodied footsteps running up towards them. A lot of people are getting bum rushed by the shadow figure.
Okay, let me stop you right there.
Okay.
This right here is our ion generator. It's been pumping out charged ions into the atmosphere since, 3 o'clock this afternoon?
Oh, yeah.
So now I'm going to shut this off.
You're shutting it off?
I'm shutting it off.
Shutting it off.
Nice and quiet, right?
Nice and quiet.
All right. So
You think it's nice and quiet?
this is a device John actually built, I don't know, 7 years ago.
Something like that.
This is a white noise generator. Yeah. So let me. It also does pink noise.
Oh, it's working.
Yeah.
John thought it was working.
That's pink noise, folks. That's a different frequency than white noise. Pink noise, white noise. Let me shut this off so you can hear me. Curious yet?
Always.
All right. So for this first part of this chair, Josh,
Sorry, buddy.
is going to sit right here, facing
Facing?
the hallway where the shadows come from. What's going to make this? What makes this scarier is what you told us in the interview about the gentleman that was down there. Are you at liberty to talk about him now?
Yeah, I can
Okay.
absolutely say that.
Tell him about the gentleman that used to be down there, real quick.
So, literally the day after the TLC episode aired, with Paranormal Lockdown, I got a text message from a nurse who used to work here. She had obviously seen the episode. She was freaked out a little bit because she had no idea about like the Shadow Man or that is rushing after people or any of that.
Grab that chair down there, Barry.
And it was interesting because she said in room number 2 down there, specifically, there was a gentleman who was a non-verbal patient, so he wouldn't speak at all. He was 6'7", so quite tall. He was also very mentally deranged and had in fact killed 2 people in the past. Now, his little claim to fame while he was here living was, every hour or so they were doing bed checks and rounds and all that fun stuff. He would come out of his room and chase whoever was doing the rounds. This got to be such a problem that literally protocol had to be put in place. Like they had meetings about all of this. So the general consensus was to, if he were to come at you, to run towards the kitchen area, which is half a house away basically here. But anyway, run to the kitchen because he would chase you that far, but for whatever reason he would never cross that threshold into the actual kitchen itself. So now what are you up to? What are you up to with this?
We instructed Josh to sit in the middle of the hall, facing the section where the Shadow Man appears. During this time, that area will be strobed to catch any kind of movement. The generator will also be blasting pink noise to disrupt his hearing, and for 5 hours, we let our ion generator flood the halls with charged ions. He is to remain for 30 minutes.
What is your name?
Shortly after we began, We had to instruct Josh to remain seated as he finished the experiment.
What was going on here?
I don't even know. I can't even explain it. I guess what's the men's bathroom. So if there are 3 doors on this side, it'd be the middle door.
Hang on a second, let me get some more light in here.
Okay. So it'd be the middle door over here. A lot of that peekaboo bullshit.
On this side?
Yep, correct. On the left.
Okay.
So this would be the men's bathroom.
The middle one there.
A ton of movement behind me. Like, I had to keep looking over my shoulder. I could have swore to f***ing God like somebody was back there. And then it was really interesting. It sounds like, and I hope to God the recorder picks it up, laughing.
Mm-hmm.
I heard my name 3 times.
Just first name or?
Yep, Josh, yeah. Like, it sounded like a male moaning. Moaning's not the right word.
Groaning?
Kind of, but like really drawn out. Really freaking drawn out. So I think it may have been the pink noise really with me. The light does not help. Like, it is freaking trippy. It is trippy. You feel like you're losing your a few times. Like, you'll hear it on the recording. I'm like, I can't focus. Like, there was no way I could focus. And on top of not being able to focus, I'm hearing giggling and like this laughter and this groan bullshit, and I'm hearing my name. Like, it was intense. In a really cool way, don't get me wrong. Like,
Yeah.
I'd probably do it again, but...
At the end of our Facebook Live session, we captured an unknown voice as we swept through the rooms.
We're all good. Nobody that I know of. Nobody in room 666.
Somebody found her.
Nobody in room 666.
Somebody found her.
As the night progressed, Dawn's connection with room 18 grew increasingly worse. We kept her under a watchful eye as her behavior started to change.
How's Dawn doing down there? How's Dawn doing down there?
She's getting ready to go to bed, but yeah, she's hell bent on getting in that room.
I'm gonna stay up all night if I have to. I'll watch it. I think that's probably what's gonna have to happen.
Might be.
Is we're gonna have to take in turns nodding off or something, you know? It's more prudent that you get some sleep.
Like I said, that's all it takes is you doze off. Her ass will be up there.
First chance she gets.
Like she just can't stay away from it.
At least it'd be hard to fall down the stairs and really hurt yourself. Don't rely too much on our banisters.
Yeah, I know.
They ain't gonna hold you much.
There's a chair, there's the light. If there's any spirits up here, can you tell us your name?
You look thinner since you got sick.
Yeah. Can you tap on something to let us know that you're up here?
Whoever that spirit was down on the floor below,
please come up here so we can speak to you man to man?
Are you up here now? Is that you creaking over there?
When you're up here, give us a sign that you're up here so we know you're here and we can talk. I'm not gonna yell at you or...
None of that stuff. We're not gonna harm you, disrespect you or anything. We just like to talk.
Maybe we can help each other.
Can you tell us your story of what really happened in this building?
Is your name Hank or Henry? Is that you moving?
Were you named after your father?
If you're up here, thank you for coming up and talking to us. Do you know of a little girl named Inez? Make a sound for us if you do. Knock or something. Is Inez here? Give me a knock for yes.
Most of it.
Do you know what happened to Inez? Don't knock. Well, let's try something else here. Let me see something. I know since you got in touch with Dawn earlier that you're capable of some things. There's some beer cans up here and some cigarettes. You knocked something over, move one of them, or I'm just going to set this right there.
Kind of like the bowling game. You just see how many you can knock over. One swoop.
Knock it towards me. Or roll one of the cigarettes over towards me. Try with everything you got. You're not going to get in trouble. Once everyone went to bed, I decided to do another EVP session in Gracie's room. Alright, I am in Gracie's room. I have our thermal right here that I'm going to be using, just kind of checking some things out, keeping an eye on some things. I've never been in Gracie's room isolated before, so this is going to be a first for me. Let's see how it goes. Start the recorder. Alright, this is David. Gracie. My name is David. I don't mean you any harm. I don't want to scare you. I'm just here to talk to you. If you can hear my voice, Gracie, can you tell me how many people you know are here? I see you've got your glasses up here. It's a recorder. Was that you? Can you knock on something? Can you knock 3 times? Thank you. That is crazy. I'm not saying you're crazy, I'm just saying that. That's awesome that you can do that. Can you shut that door? Can you close one of these doors, Gracie? Push it shut. What is that? This door here is, I think it's this door. No, maybe not. What the hell is that? If there's somebody in here, can you bang on something for me?
Man, whenever it came to Dawn, and don't even know exactly what to call it at the moment, it's very touchy, very scary to deal with something like that. Not only being people around not knowing how to help, but just being the person not knowing what actually is going on, thinking you know what's going on, when in pretty much changed for you. Very scary, very delicate situation. Definitely must be handled on a sensitive basis.
After leaving the manor, we weren't out of the woods yet. Whatever was affecting Dawn also started affecting two others, Barry's fiancée Carmen and John's daughter Jennifer, who has never been to or knows of the Malvern Manor. Due to the scope of the situation and the close relations we have with those involved, much of the details will remain private. In my 11 years of investigating, I've never come across a situation quite like this. No matter how experienced or how long you've been in the field, there are things we are never fully prepared for. For those of you who are interested or just starting in the field, know this: the dangers are real.